Gabby's a witch looking for her wizard, and Adam invited Riante to a sausage party, but I don't think that's the type that he had in mind. You're watching Dating #NoFilter After Show.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Woo! We're back. I'm so excited.
I know, we took a week off.
I missed you. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Dating #NoFilter here at AfterBuzz TV.
Sure is.
I am your host, Brianna Cheyenne, and I have Angel here.
Woo-hoo. Hey guys,
Angel,
happy to be back.
Yes, I'm so happy to be back. Angel has our special segments, and we're going to get to that after we dissect these I don't even know what to call. I was almost going to call them amazing couples, but
I was going to say strange. We're on way opposite sides.
Yes,
right now.
It was a brain fart. Strange random dates that we had today. So first, let's start off with what you thought about the couples.
Okay, so I for sure think that Daniel catfished us.
Definitely catfished us.
I'm just starting off with that. He was a good-looking guy, but he looked better on his pictures.
Yes.
Which I feel like look better in person. Like, I don't know, because the picture kind of will get you on social media, but I don't know. It was like, we were looking like, wait, is that the same guy? Or did he, like, send in, like, somebody for him?
Definitely, or a cousin, because he looked off.
Yeah, but, I mean, tonight's episode, it was way more turned than the last one. So that's good.
I like today's episode because it was really random, and there were just a lot of moments where I was just thinking, what is happening?
No, we were like dying laughing at so much stuff tonight.
And Gabby was kind of painful. I'm sorry, Gabriella.
No, call her Gabby. She might curse us.
No,
we'll
okay.
Get to that.
Let's get to that. First, let's start off with Adam and Riante.
Yes.
Now, Adam is this really hippie-ish guy. And he makes it very clear he hates people who are on their phones and obsessed with social media. He hates people who put pressure with sex and first dates, and basically kind of what Riante is.
Yeah.
And even though Riante said that he's not really into people who are obsessed with social media, he has a diva thing about him.
Which is so strange, because he was saying, like, I hate when I'm on a date with a person and they have their phones out because, hello, we're on a date, let's connect. And it's like, Adam gets on a date with Riante and he's, like, spitting food out. And it's like,
girl,
what's wrong with you? Like, that's not classy. That's not mature. Like, that's just, like, it's gross. It's gross. And I was like, well, maybe it was hot and he, like, burned himself and was spitting it out.
You did say that.
Yeah, but he didn't say that. Like, I think he just thought the food was nasty, so he spit it out. But it's like, it's a way better way to do that. Maybe like get a napkin or just eat that one bite.
Yeah.
Like if it was hot, that's different. You're literally in pain, burning yourself. But if something is just nasty, just come on now, swallow that one bite.
Yeah, he's very immature. And not only was he immature with the way he handled that situation, but just the way he was carrying on with the waiter during the dates portion. That was so awkward.
It was rude. It was like, once they figured out that they were better just as friends, okay, I get that. But at the same time, you're still on a date.
Exactly.
Like, don't sit up here and flirt with someone else, especially a man that's not interested in you. Like, clearly this guy was, like, not flirting back. Like, he's straight. Like, and even if he were, like, into, you know, gender fluid people or whatever, that doesn't mean he's interested in you, Riante, because you're spitting your food out at the table and putting like lipstick on in your phone.
And he's just obnoxious overall.
Like, what? People like that bother me.
Very
it's
much
like
so. At first I was kind of disappointed with the way Riante was behaving, because at first during the date they did that really gross sausage making thing, and I was just looking at Adam like, you're such a weirdo for choosing something like this. Who does that?
I think he was trying to make it sexual, like
Adam?
Yeah.
I think Riante would try to make it sexual more than Adam.
Yeah, but I think that Adam was going in the direction of Sausage Party, two guys, like
he was just
play
being
on
funny.
words. Yeah,
Okay.
like let's just ha 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 make sausage.
Well, that didn't work out because there was nothing ha 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 about Riante because he was not feeling it.
Except that outfit, the comedians were like, "Oh, he's giving Laura Croft tease." He did look like Laura Croft.
He did. I don't really understand the motivation behind doing a date like that. But Riante took it, and eventually he did complain a little bit. I don't understand the I'm a vegetarian vegan thing. I think that's a LA thing where people love to just be as complicated as possible for no reason.
Yeah.
So they can feel special.
That again was Riante just being obnoxious. I'm a vegan / vegetarian. Like they said, you can't be both. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can technically, I don't know, but the fact that you order mozzarella sticks and macaroni and cheese,
all that cheese,
vegans don't eat dairy because it comes from cows. Like,
clueless,
right?
So I'm glad that they decided that they were better off as friends. Their date wasn't as cringy as I thought it would have been. Once I saw them physically, I'm like, this is a total mismatch.
No, I for sure thought it was gonna be a total mismatch because, like we said, Adam's like a hippie. He's got like the long hair, the sideburns, like the loose button-down shirt. Like even in his pictures, he just like. He looks vintage.
Yeah.
And then we see Riante with lip gloss and lashes and a ponytail and a crop top and heels, or maybe he was just that tall. I don't remember his shoes, but yeah, I wasn't expecting like them to gel the way that they did. But I have said on this show, like, we see so many opposites and they do get along. So I think that's cool because it shows you give people a chance.
Yeah, that's very true. In the meantime, I'm going to give you a chance to send a special message to our listeners.
I have the chance to let you guys know just how much you mean to us. Please, please, please continue to watch us and hang out with us every week because y'all make us the ESPN of TV talk, and we get to talk about our favorite shows, your favorite shows. And if you enjoyed that, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on YouTube, iTunes. Make sure you like us, subscribe to us, tell your friends about it, tell strangers walking down the street about it. And, you know, just thank you so much for letting us keep doing what we love doing and hanging out with you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in all the time. We love the loyalty. I have a question.
Okay, I have an answer.
Dating a vegan, is that something you would be open to?
It would be hard because I eat pretty much everything. Like, I am, the only thing that I would say I'm picky about, even though I'm from the South, I do not like spicy food. The only spicy I would do is crawfish, and that's about it. But I mean, I'm not like, oh my gosh, that has how many calories? Like, oh my gosh, was this made in chicken broth? Like, I don't know. I'm not that picky person. I will say maybe a pro about talking to a vegan is I don't know, healthier meal options. I think LA has done that to me too, though. Like, I eat pretty much no fast food. Like, it's all home cooked, or like I can see the people cooking it. So yeah.
I could not date a vegan. I couldn't date a vegetarian. It's funny because I was on a date today and we went to a Pink Taco, and one of the options on the menu was something with pork. And he made I asked him, like, do you have any allergies to foods or anything like that? And he said, no, the only thing I really don't mess around with is pork and beef. And I was really quick to hit the pause button on the whole date because I'm thinking, I was afraid. I was about to say, like, are you vegan? And he said, no, it's just pork and beef. And I'm like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
Because I can't do the restrictions and stuff. But I'm Caribbean, like I'm Jamaican, and I don't like spicy food either. But there are a lot of foods out there that I'm just not for.
Yeah. It's certain things that I may not want to try just because the look or the texture or the smell. But I wouldn't say that I'm like a picky person. That's just, I don't know. I don't go out the country often, so like I don't need to eat this because it's not here. But yeah, I think, well, some people don't eat pork for religious reasons. I think the only thing that would like kind of get to me about like dating a vegan or a vegetarian is if we're out to eat, that restaurant has to be able to accommodate both of us. I think it's going to be harder for us to like agree on stuff to eat. If I'm out and I want to like get some food for you or something like that, I'm like, oh,
don't make it hard for me.
All these diet restrictions. Let me drive 40 miles this way to get you.
No, you're just going to go to sleep hungry. Right? I'm not doing it.
No, like I was at a taco place the other day too, because it was like National Taco Day, and I forgot, I think instead of queso, because queso is cheese, I think it was like cashew, I don't know, mashed up cashews.
That's not gonna work.
To serve as the queso dip. And I'm like, see, I don't mind trying it, but if that's the way I had to live my life, or if I was dating someone who like, you want queso? Oh, no. We have to go all the way to this part of town to get the mashed up cashews. No. I'm like, yeah. And then if we even took it a step further and we're like living together or something like that, how do we cook dinner? Because I'm not going through all that.
Exactly. Because you'll be lucky if I even take the initiative to cook dinner.
Yeah, then I feel like it's so much more expensive to get like all these ingredients. It's more time consuming to even like make mashed cashews. Like, not grinding cashews.
Mashed cashews. That is
to
privilege.
Put on my nachos.
Privilege. Anyway, let's talk about Gabriella and Gabby and Daniel.
Okay.
So we already established that Daniel is a catfish. Yes. How dare you look that good in your picture and not look like that on that date? So disappointed.
Maybe the picture was old and photoshopped. I don't know. He was a catfish.
That photo was maybe 10 years ago.
That photo maybe was like Brad Pitt or somebody.
With like 20 pounds off him.
No, for real.
But they have a lot in common because they're both really into fitness.
They were a couple who had a lot in common on paper, it seemed like once they got together, it was like very cringe.
Because of Gabby.
Yes.
She's so obnoxious. I couldn't stand. She's a control freak. I don't know if that's the life coach in her.
Life coaches, I feel like, should be understanding and like caring and compassionate, and I don't know. Opposite. Yeah, I don't have a life coach.
I'm just trying to find a reason.
All over the place.
I'm trying to find a reason. Like, how are you so
annoying?
Yeah,
I do not know, but I would have had to tip that paddle boat over.
What? Yeah. Swim back to shore and get rid of her real quick. But yeah, so she said that she needs a really active guy, and Daniel is a spin instructor. She says she's also a spin instructor.
That she hated what he did.
And she hated the fact that he works at Soul Cycle.
Like, it's okay that he's a fitness instructor, but the particular, like, company that he works at, I hate that. Like, she hated everything. But she, like, hated it with a smile. She'd always be like...
But those are the worst ones, though. The ones that hate with a smile.
Like, bougie, annoying. I don't even know if it was bougie.
It wasn't bougie.
Annoying.
It was just obnoxious.
Yeah.
So that it sucks because even though you're a catfish, Daniel, he seemed like a really good guy. And if she wasn't so mean, I feel like the date could have gone so much better.
Maybe her and Rihanna should have got together.
And do what? what were
No, right, because Rihanna was talking about his box, so... He was. And do what?
I don't know. But she started talking about all this stuff about being a witch.
That's not a first date conversation. She had an evil eye necklace talking about she's psychic and she has these other lives that she's killed people in. Like, that's not first date talk. I feel like anybody with sense knows that, which means she don't have no sense and you don't need to be dating her. She don't need to date nobody.
I think she's one of those women who's been single for so long that she
don't even
forgot
know
how to date. And so she doesn't know how to flirt. So she thinks, I'm going to push his buttons and be really mean, and I'm going to see if he can take it.
Maybe. Because, child, you definitely don't talk about an evil eye necklace. Like, you don't talk about an evil eye, period. Like,
especially if you don't know that person well enough to know if they have religious convictions.
That can be very disrespectful to someone's religion. But it also is just not first date talk.
Yeah.
It's creepy. But
Very.
it's October, so. It wasn't filmed in October, probably.
Exactly. That's why she's just creepy 365.
All year round.
All year round. So Daniel ended up being super weirded out by her, was afraid to even
Rightfully so.
say how he really felt about her. And
That's
she
true.
wasn't interested in him either because she's like, I want a man. I don't want to have to book appointments for my boyfriend. First of all, there's nothing wrong with helping your boyfriend out with certain things
My
like
mom
that.
helps me with things all the time.
Let me tell you, 25 years
Yeah,
old, and
yeah.
I will call my mom real quick to just ask her, like, what do I do? My tummy hurts.
Girl.
All right?
Girl. Same.
So they didn't click, and that's great for Daniel because she's a headache. But I want to know, how do you go about getting through bad dates? Or do you even try to get through bad dates? Do you suck it up?
I mean, bad dates. I kind of, I guess, would not play dumb, but I'm not like a mean person. Like, the date would have to be super horrible for me to act like how Gabriella or Riante did, and just I'm not gonna be like, I hate this. I'm just gonna, you'll kind of see subtly, and if you don't notice those subtle like clues, then you'll know when you don't hear from me again. So I'm gonna eat that free food,
Right?
but I ain't talking to you no more. So that's how I handle that.
I don't know. I think when it comes on to bad dates, I will stay for my meal. But there have been times where I did resort to just being rude.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to put your foot down because people are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
And there's something about men that they don't catch hints. And I don't know if it's they choose not to, or if they're just completely oblivious, or they
Yeah.
just don't care.
girl, it's a mix, and it's a mystery.
It's one that I would really love to figure out because I'm not good at pushing through bad dates. I already have resting bee face and all of my emotions are on my face all the time. Anything
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you see it on my face.
And I feel like some guys still wouldn't catch
They
on.
still don't catch on. So I don't try to fake it when I'm
Yeah.
around, especially if the guy is just beyond words annoying.
Yeah.
So I will be not very rude, but I will be rude. I will be a little off-putting, and I'm hoping that you will stop talking to me.
No, honestly, I feel like we do need to do that more as women. I haven't been in like too many situations recently where I've had to do that. But my friends and I were watching Euphoria the other day, and I know that's a completely different show from this, but there was like an intimate scene, and when they were done, the guy asked the girl, "Did you enjoy it?" And she was like, "No." And I'm like,
Good.
maybe we need to say no, because guys walk around thinking they're so amazing, and like, I don't know, they just don't catch the clues, and they just think that they're the greatest thing ever, and it's like, you're gross, like
You're gross.
you're dumb.
Bah.
Yeah, like, this was not fun at all, and like, maybe we should be like, no, not at all.
We definitely should put our feet down more often.
Yeah.
Because guys don't have a problem with shutting down a girl or just being blatantly disrespectful.
Yeah, we got to stop saving these feelings.
Yes. I'm all for that. That's my energy during the fall.
Yeah.
I'm not saving any more feelings. I'm saying it what it is.
Basically.
So I want to know.
Another question.
Well, I actually want to know about like a dating horror story.
Okay,
because I'm
so-
really in the mood for this special segment.
Ooh, special segment, spooky.
Ooh, yes, I love
spooky
this.
season.
It's spooky season.
Well, this dating horror story. This is like a little kid, like that's
This is
evil.
so creepy.
This is like a evil little kid. All right, so this dating horror story is not a date that I went on, but that a guy was trying to set up a date with me. But this is a guy who I do not talk to on a regular at all. Like, we're friends on certain social medias. Both work kind of in the same field or whatever. Like, I met you years ago, but that doesn't mean we talk for years or anything like that. It's here and there. Like I met you some years ago, we talk here and there. Hits me up, I'm in your city, we should hang out. I'm like, okay, cool, because it's not like that. Like, it's just, okay, let's grab a drink, whatever. And this guy proceeds to like trying to FaceTime me late at night. I'm like literally sitting with my roommates, we're like just hanging out, and he's like FaceTiming me. I don't answer because one, I hate talking on the phone.
You do?
I do, unless I really like you. I don't like talking on the phone.
I don't like texting.
I'm a texter.
Oh, okay.
So I don't like talking on the phone, but I for sure don't like FaceTime. Like, especially like if I'm at home, I probably have a headscarf on. Like, I'm just like not in the mood or whatever. And then it's after like, it's probably 10, 11 o'clock at night. Like, what do you hit me up for this late? Like, we didn't talk all day. You FaceTime me, I don't answer. You call me, I don't answer. Then you hit me up on a text message, was like, oh, I was out having some drinks and just thought about you. And my roommate's like, he's drunk, he's probably like in the mood. Yeah, and you're like, I don't even talk to you like that. So that one is annoying, because it's like, what do I have, like dummy written on my face like these rappers be getting stuff tatted? Like, why do you think that out of nowhere you're just gonna hit me up at 10 o'clock at night and I'm be like, come in?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Who are you?
The audacity.
Who are you? And then also when I went on his page, because just because we follow each other don't mean I'm checking on you or nothing. So I go on his page and he's got like pictures of a girlfriend and all this and that. I'm like, you're disgusting. So then the next day he also called me again late at night. I
cannot look.
I didn't answer you the first time, the night before when you FaceTime me, called me and text me. I didn't answer you. So you try again the next night and I don't answer because I was busy. And then so he texts and was like, I was just calling to tell you good night. For what? Why? We don't send each other good night and good morning texts.
For what?
Why do you need to call and tell me good night? Who are you? You have a girl? Like, we don't talk. Like, that's so random. And after that, I just
so funny.
Like, so it's not a dating horror story. It's just a dude that was trying. Oh, and he said something about he was trying to take me out to dinner and like. I don't know. I'm like, at this point, I can buy my own food. I got groceries in the fridge. Like, I don't want your date at all. So that's my dating horror story. Spooky.
Well, spooky.
It's the LaCroix girl. Got me like this.
My dating horror story, it's not as bad as the other ones have been.
Oh, you know, had some good ones.
I have had some atrocious horror stories.
Yeah,
you guys just watch our previous episodes. It's a wreck. But this one was back home before I moved here. And
I'm glad you moved here because they've been better. You're back home.
Yes.
Jeez.
Huge upgrade.
Let me not go to your city.
Yeah, girl. It ain't for everybody. It wasn't for me. So I met this guy. Well, I was on an app, and I've mentioned this before. We don't really do dating apps like that unless you're just looking to hook up. Yeah.
Some people look for love.
But some people, no, that's the thing I've noticed out here. People really look for love, but back home, that's not the theme going on. So I was on it, and the guy was cool. We were messaging and stuff like that. So I said, I'll take a leap and I'll meet him. So he planned out this cute date, a picnic, and all the. Oh, you hate picnics?
Yeah. I do. I'm like, cute.
I love picnics. So he planned out this picnic, and I said, cool. All I have to do is just meet you.
Yeah.
So he said that he was going to do a picnic at a place a park by his house. So I said, all right, I'll meet you there. So I get to his place, and I texted him, I'm here. And then he comes outside. Angel, I'm looking around for him, and I don't see the man
girl?
I don't see the guy that was in the pictures.
Oh, it was like tonight's episode.
Yeah, but worse. And he comes out with his arms open like, hey, and I'm like,
oh my God. No.
Hey. So at that point, I realized what it was. And it's not that he was a totally different person, but he was...
It was like I'm
going
to let you finish.
He had more weight on him. He wasn't dressed very nicely for a first date. It was a really bad first impression.
Yeah.
And so we go in and he's still making the food or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there waiting, very just not wanting to be there, texting my mom. Mm-hmm. And then his mom comes downstairs and she's like, oh my God.
Were y'all in middle school?
No.
No.
That's the unfortunate thing. His mom comes down and she's like, oh my God, it's so nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you. We've only been messaging on the app. So I'm trying to figure out what are you telling your mom about me to make her so excited to meet me? And why do you have me meeting your mom? And this is the first time I'm meeting you. So it was just really, really weird for me.
Oh my God.
And I ate my food. And he tried to finesse a kiss at the end, and I skirt, and I just went to the side, and then I got in my car, and I went home. I told my mom what happened, and she just laughed me out.
Oh, man.
And so that was a really big lesson for me. And I said, yeah, these apps are just not for me.
Yeah, that's why I feel like I'm not missing out on anything, because every now and then I'll get on an app just because, I'm bored and I can lay in bed and swipe on who's cute, whatever.
But that's really it.
Yeah, but I have never in life like met up with anyone from a dating app. It doesn't get that far for me because I just get bored with it and I'm like, this is dumb.
The date I went on today was from the dating app.
Yeah, and that one turned out good.
And it was nice.
Yeah.
He's not crazy. Well, he's a Scorpio.
You don't know yet.
He's a Scorpio.
People hide their crazy unless you're Gabriella.
Child. Speak on it. Oh, well, that was an amazing episode. Mm-hmm. Like I said. So glad to be back. Yeah. I think this is the end for us, right?
I do not know because they didn't say anything about a finale.
Show any finale
so
previews or anything like
confused. You might see us again.
Well, if you don't, you can definitely catch us on our other shows. You can catch me on Love After Lockup. You can also catch me on Almost Family, as well as follow me on Instagram at IamB_Cheyenne. Mm-hmm. Where can they find you, Angel?
So I usually just do one show at a time because I just love to dedicate my all into this. So I have no idea what's going on with Data NoFilter. So I will sign up for another show, and you can find out what it is by following me on Instagram at Angel Saunders, ANGELSAUNDERS.
All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.